You know, I got these little invisible aligners in, and they're not painful, but you know they're there. You really know they're there. You see it? You see them? Whew. But I'm gonna have that $1 million smile. Let's chop up some samples.
Bolo!
All right, before we get started with the video, God, I cannot talk with these in my mouth. Before we get started with the video, make sure you guys subscribe, comment, and please turn on those post notifications so you will know the next time I have another video available. And at the end of this video, if you like this video, hit that thumbs up. If you do not like this video, hit that thumbs down. You guys know I really don't care. Okay, so Logic just introduced the brand new update, the new 10.6 update, and it's had a few minor upgrades to it, and it has like a lot of like little things that they corrected inside the program, which I really like. But the main thing was the step sequencer integration with the iPad Pro with the new Logic remote update. So that's pretty cool, but today I'm not going to be on that. I'm just going to go back to what I've been doing, and that is sampling with Splice. Now, if you don't have a Splice account, you need to go ahead and get it. They start off super cheap. You get like 100 credits a month, and if you don't use all your credits, the credits just roll over, and you have a plethora of sounds to choose from. I don't use 100 credits a month. Some of you guys might, so you might have to upgrade to the bigger plan. But I'm telling you right now, Splice is definitely worth it. It's not just for loops, but for one-shot samples as well. And if you just need to find that one little sound to make your project complete, you want to go ahead and get a Splice. I think it starts off for like $7.99 a month, and it's just very good. So if you want to get that, I have a link in the description. Go ahead and get Splice. So today what I'm going to be doing is chopping up a loop that I got in Splice, and I'm probably going to be using nothing but Splice sounds to make this beat. And we're going to see how this thing turns out. So without me talking so much, let's go ahead and make a beat with a Splice loop and all of the Splice sounds. So let's get to it right now. Okay, so we're now in Splice. This is the desktop app that I got for my computer, and we're in Logic Pro. And I found a loop that is pretty dope, and I want to use it. I believe it was this one. No, not that one. It was this one. Actually, that's pretty dope. So I want to go ahead and use the actual sound. So let me go ahead and just drag it straight out of the desktop app to right here. And I want to do this as a quick sampler optimize. So let's go ahead and do that. And I do the optimize because it kind of finds the key and all that stuff for you, and it just does a lot of background stuff with the new technology inside of Logic Pro. So we know that tempo is 138, so I already have my tempo set for 138, and I'm going to do this in slice mode. So I'm going to go ahead and slice it, and I'm going to change this to equal divisions. And I want to do this, yeah, let's do 16. Let's do 16 slices on here, and we're going to change this to 16 slices right here. And I'm going to play this on the keyboard to make sure that the splices kind of sync up pretty cool. Oh, that's good. So everything syncs up pretty cool. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn on this right here, this little flex pitch right here, and it's going to follow the tempo because I might want to slow this down just a bit. So let's go ahead and turn that on. And now it is going to follow the tempo, and we can do it at different speeds over here. But I'm just going to go ahead and just do this at following the tempo. So we want to turn this down to mono so none of the sounds don't cross over. And we're going to turn this beat down to about 130. And let's see how it sounds now. Ooh, that's going to be hard. So let's come up with like a nice little chop for this, and it should be pretty straightforward, but let's see what we come up with. All right, so we got the chop in here right now. Let's go ahead right here to where it says region. So if you don't see that, just click right here and then go to quantize. We're going to quantize that at a 1/8 note. And let's play it and see how it sounds. All right, so it sounds pretty cool. We got a few little clicks and pops and stuff like that, which we can take all that stuff out later on with the crossover points. But I want to kind of just get to the beat real quick, and we'll take care of that later on. So that sounds pretty cool. So now the next thing we're going to do is just try to add like a clap. And let's go in here and go back into Splice. Let's go back into instruments. Let's go into drum samples, and let's see what I got. Sounds cool. Let's keep going. Ooh. Sounds good. Let's use that clap right there. So we're going to use the murder clap. And we're going to quick sampler optimized again. And let's go ahead and add that clap in there. Sounds good. So now let's go ahead and add some hi-hats to it, but we're going to do this a little bit different. We're actually going to add a hi-hat loop from Splice. It cuts out on a lot of time. So let's go ahead and go back into Splice. Let's go up here to the top. Actually doesn't sound bad. So let's go in here and just add this loop directly on to the timeline right there. And as you can see, it doesn't automatically line up, but what we're going to do is we're going to click on here, and then we're going to go to flex pitch right here at the top. And then as you can see, we have the flex turned on now. So once we go right here, we turn on that flex pitch right here. Then we go right here and turn that flex pitch on. And as you can see, it says slicing auto. Now we can just take this and we can just drag that to the actual grid, and let's see how that sounds. Ooh, that's dope. So now let's go ahead and just repeat that real quick by pressing Command R. And now we have some hi-hats in here. So let's play that back. Oh, that's hard. So let's go ahead now and let's find like some drum snare fills real quick. So we're gonna go back into Slice. So I can use this one. Use that Super Mario snare. Let's go and add that in there. And then we're gonna do this as a quick sampler optimized. All right, sounds good. Let's go ahead and quantize that. Now, there's actually a quicker way you can do it if you want to keep everything quantized. What you can do is before you record on the track, go ahead and select quantize, and then if you add another track underneath there, it'll automatically quantize it for you. So let's go ahead and quantize that, and let's see how it sounds now. All right, so I need another sound to go with that clap. So let me go ahead and add this in there real quick. Let's go back to Splice. Let's find something. I use this murder snare. Dinner time. Yes, I use that. And let's go and add that in there to quick sampler optimize. Now, one thing that we can do is, if you see when we add that quick sampler optimize, the quantize is automatically set to off. We can go ahead now and just turn that to 1/8 note. And if we do this before we record, if we go ahead and add another track underneath it, the auto quantize will automatically be set. So if you guys have been wondering why your quantize doesn't work every time you add a track, it's because you have to add the quantize to the track first, record to it, and then when you add another track, like duplicating tracks or whatever like that, the quantize will be set. Quick tip. So let's add this snare with this clap. So all we gotta do really is just go ahead and just double this clap down to this snare, and let's see how it sounds. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and try to find a little open hat. So let's go to Splice. All right. So yeah. So I'm gonna use this Des right open hat right here. And then I'm actually gonna cut this hat down because I like the hats to stop right when the claps hit. So all right, so pretty cool. And as you can see, when I added that that hi-hat in there, as you can see, it automatically quantized because the quantize was set from the other previous track before. All right, so now let's go ahead and add an 808 to this. And let's see, let's go back into here and let's go back to that. Let's go to drums and let's try to find some bass samples. Sounds cool. Let's use this Murder 808 Go Yard bass in here. Let's go into quick sampler optimize, and has everything in here. We're going to turn this poly down to mono, and we're going to do this as a one-shot sample, and let's see how it sounds. Dope. Let's try to find something dope to play with it. So that's pretty cool. We might have to change some few notes later on, but sounds good to me. So now let's go ahead and add a kick with that bass. Let's go to Splice, and I think I heard one before that. Oh, I like that one. It's real punchy. So let's do this Murder Kick Jesus. Yeah, Jesus. And so let's go in here to optimized. Let's go and do a one shot. Do this at mono, and let's go ahead and just take this bass and just slide this down. And now that we have that in there, we can put this at middle C right there. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take all these notes. All we got to do is hit the keys with the corresponding notes, hit option, and just move those up, and take these and do the same things. And it's a fast way to do this too, but this is just an old school method. And so I think that's pretty much all the notes except for this high one right here. And we're going to take this and see how it sounds. And it's still kind of low, but I'm going to scoot these up a little bit more. Try it right there. All right, so it sounds pretty cool, but I think it needs one more sound just for it to kind of make it sound, to make it sound a little bit, more fuller or whatever, I'm gonna go ahead and sequence this whole track out, and I'm gonna go ahead and let you hear the beat at the end of the video. And I hope you guys enjoyed everything. If you do not have a Splice account, I have a link in the description to where you can go ahead and grab your Splice account, and it'll help me out as well, and it will save you some money. So it'll save you like 7%. So if you want to go ahead and get that, go ahead and get that now, and get all of my latest drum kits. They are all dope, and even though I use the drums on here, they're really dope too, but my drum kits sound a little bit better. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys learned something from it. And like I always say, peace out. And listen to the beat right now.